Hi, welcome to Storm Doors Only training for installers. This will get you up and running and have you understand how to use the ServiceWorks mobile app. A couple things to note that the ServiceWorks mobile app will have all your job details, your schedule, everything is accessible through there, everything you need is in there. It'll also be sending automated communications to the customer, and then at the end of the job it will send a payment link to the customer as long as you're completing the job properly on the app. So also making sure that you do it correctly on the app will make sure you get paid on time every time. So let's just jump into what it looks like in process flow. Okay, here it is right here. This is our what we call our digital twin model. It has all the processes and procedures of what we do in Storm Doors Only. This here is just a high level overview of how we drill into the company. This is our 7-county metro area. This is the training for today. We're going to drill right into how to use the mobile app when installing. So I've developed just a simple process flow to walk through setting the app properly down to finishing with a wrap up. So when you start when you look for your schedule, how to find your schedule, to locate it on your phone, when you open the app, you just select schedule right here at the bottom. It's pretty simple. Sometimes it might default if it's not already on that screen. That's the screen you want to be on, is schedule. When you are on the screen of the schedule, you can actually see the dots on your calendar where you are assigned. And then on the day, if you tap the day, it will show you a list for that day. All you need to do is tap on that job to open it. When you have it open, the details that are shown down here, it's got a highlighted sentence and then a few things, whether we sell the storm door, which is indicated here. We are doing a storm door plus the install plus the haul away. So there should be job notes and pickup information, and I'll get to that shortly. If there was a door that the client purchased at Menards, we would also include those instructions here. When we sell the door, we do not include those instructions there. We include them on the job note, which I'll show you in a next step. Right here, when you pick up the door, so if you go to Menards, this is typically for Menards. When you have the job open, the main details might say pick up door on their invoice. That is when the client picks up the door, you'd see it there. When we have sold the door, we add Menards supplier information in the job notes, which I'll show you on the next slide. But if you scroll down on the job page of the client, you'll just see this files and photos section that my mouse is pointing to. You just tap on that and you would open up. There would either be one or two in here, but those are the scanned documents right there. When you tap on that, it'll offer one more screen. You tap on the one you want and it'll open like that, and you can show that at the gate picking up the door at Menards. Um, there is a manual pickup for the door. You would find notes in the job notes right here. So if it's not a Menards store, maybe a Home Depot or something, it might be indicated here, just pick up door. If the client did purchase the door, that's always right on the main page. But scrolling down, you also have the notes there for picking up the door if it's not already indicated. That's just in case it's something different. When you're ready to go, so let's just say you've gone to Menards and picked up the door, or you're leaving you typically should be leaving from a Menards store as a contractor and hit en route from there. Then you're allowed to deduct that on your taxes. But go ahead, when you're ready to go, you tap en route. When you do that, it sends an automatic message to the client. If it does prompt you with this screen, you are able to override it if you do know you're going to be making a stop on the way. It's just a nice thing to do, but usually by the time you hit en route, we've assumed you've already done that, any stops, so you could leave it at automatic and let the system calculate and send a text and email to the client on how long it's going to take for you to get there. When you arrive at the client, this will already be showing up as arrived. You just tap the arrived button on the job, and that's all you need to do. And then you go into the phase of the actual performing the work. So when you get to arrived and you've selected arrived, you're going to either remove an old door if there's one to remove. You're going to gather away to haul away if you're going to haul away, and then you're going to get to installing. So those are like the three basic things you'll be doing, and having had walked through that with Dave as well prior to this, or perhaps shortly after this. Anyhow, when you're done installing, you've performed the install. If there was something that needed to change or be added, perhaps we've already been made aware of it. But if there is something still not right on the job, always just call me and I will take care of it right away. This is a rare thing, but I just want to make sure if there's ever any confusion about invoicing or anything, just send it over to give me a call and I'll do it with you all on the phone. If you need help, you can call me. But if you are ready to go ahead and send the client invoice, it should be all set to go. This is the normal process. When you're done, you'll see after you had hit arrived, that was the button that was available as complete. But you go and perform the work, you get everything done. When you're finished, you hit email here, and then you're going to follow the next couple steps. It's quite simple. So tap email, tap the plus button on the next screen, then you're going to hit this button where it says attach invoice. If the subject is blank, you can just type in invoice, leave it at that. And once you've clicked attach invoice, you will get to this final screen. You'll notice you'll have a job number attached. That just means the invoice is attached. When you're ready to go, just click send. So I'm going to repeat that. When you're ready at the end of the job, you click email, click plus, tap attach, or not click, tap attach invoice, then send. Okay? So that I could actually maybe have a printout for you. Okay, so collecting check or cash, same thing. If the client insists on paying cash, instead of when you send the invoice email, that will send them a payment link, and they can do it all online, and you would be notified when they're paid. So will they, and so will I. So payment would be, you collect here by just for a check or even cash. You select pay at this screen. You tap either check or cash. In this case, it's check. Enter the payment amount and collect. Oh, this is a cash amount right here for inputting check. Check number. Oh, yeah. Check will ask you, you can put in the check number and the check name and collect check. You do not need to get an image. All you need is the check number, check name, and it will either be down payment or invoice. It shouldn't matter unless we've previously collected a down payment. You do not need to have any signature just to collect check. Then same thing on in both of those cases, like if you've done check or cash, when you're done, all you do is click email payment receipt, and it will prompt you. Just if you click that, I think there's one more screen to hit. Okay, send. There's that. Okay, so we've gone through the check and cash. You've done the email payment receipt, which is down here. And then when you're done with that, when you've done collecting, you would complete it by take a picture of the door, just save it in your mobile gallery. You can always delete it as soon as you're done, and then go back into files and photos down in here, and then do the plus to add. Dave will show you how all that's done. Let's see. So when you're finished, you click that complete button. What that will do, that means, okay, we've collected payment, and it means that they will get an automated communication with a survey request. It's a quite simple survey. A lot of customers answer. It's nice to see. We've always received fives. I think one time in the last 5 years we received a 4.5, but the comments were excellent. I think the client just didn't want to give us an A. Okay, and then the final thing, just before you go, there's a wrap-up checklist. And I have this printed out on a sheet for you already, and we'll be giving that to you. But this is just a few things. Making sure that the client has been shown how to, especially if it's a split view, here's how it goes up and down, that kind of thing. And just, or even the operation of their closure bars, if they have the tap on them, so forth. Make sure they understand how to use it. You have received the payment notification that they have paid if they've done it online, or you've collected and entered and completed the check. I'm always here to help. Of course, my number is everywhere here. Call me if you need any help getting started. The first few times might be challenging, so I'm always here to help till you get the hang of it. The customer has already been, just so you know, the customer has already been communicated that payment will be due upon receipt of services. So that's been sent to them in a confirmation and a reminder email, and also verbally if Dave has had the conversation. Likely he has. We usually have a conversation with them before we get everything in the system. So that payment has been at least 2, if not 3 times been communicated. And the final thing is, before you leave, always make sure the site is clean and there is no screws or scrap or anything left behind. That's it for the app training. You can pause and re-watch anytime. Please always reach out if you have any questions. Thank you.